Hey, how's about that headline, folks? This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update. Good morning. Buenos dias, mis amigos. Um, I've been talking about the subtle weather pattern change to finally getting into at least a real chance at rainfall, and it continues to get closer and closer to us. Still got to keep that hose going for about another 6, maybe 7 days or so, but let's get into it, okay? So we have another secondary cold front. Oh, first, I got to say hi to some folks. Let's see who. Josh Green. Hey, good morning, Jackson. And Rachel Bancroft says, let's go. Bring on the rain. We're trying. If I had a rain machine, I would put the dial at Wednesday night, midnight, so with some light thunderstorms and an inch in all of our rain gauges every week. Let's see. Good morning, Saugatuck. Robert Christensen. Good morning to you. And who else? Let's see. Terry Larone. Good morning from Israel. All right. So current radar shows some showers in Wisconsin heading straight south. Probably not going to get any of us. Could we have a stray, what I call a sidewalk wetter? Possible, but not real likely. Here's the high resolution rapid refresh model. Give me a second here. Get it in the right way for you. Hey, good morning, Howell. Kelly Martis. Okay, so high resolution rapid refresh radar forecast. Meh, not much. Like I said, a blip here or there, but that is about it. Certainly nothing that would be a worthwhile rainfall. Steve Patchla. I'm not saying this weekend is a total washout by any stretch, especially if you're heading northward. You'll see that here in just a second. All right, temperatures today reflect the northeast wind kicking in after the front. So this is noontime. We warm up and it's just very comfortably nice. Okay. And then you'll kind of notice on the east side of the state. Okay. So this is 5 o'clock. So a lake breeze comes into the southwest corner, probably not making it to Grand Rapids. So Grand Rapids, you're nice and warm in the low 80s. Then on the east side of the state, you could see the lake breeze. Look at how the resolution of the models is. How high resolute. You can see that lake breeze through Standish, heading back toward Gladwin, through Midland, Bay City, north side of Saginaw into the Thumb. So somewhat cooler. And you can see how that pushes in to the state through the evening hours. And then notice that about 10 o'clock, the temperatures start to take, well, let's call it a nosedive for summer. In other words, you'll be able to open your windows, use a window fan tonight, and you might actually get a little bit cool. That's 1 in the morning. So temperatures will be dropping back, with the exception maybe the far southwest corner, you're staying at 64 degrees. Okay, I have to warn you. I'm going to show you some stuff here in meteorology. You're going to have to put your weather nerd glasses on because we're going to get a little nerdy here. Why? Because we can. We don't have commercial interruptions from silly TV stations, and because you are smarter than the average viewer, right? All right, so what we're going to talk about in a concept that you need to grasp for summer precipitation forecast, you need to grasp the concept of a deterministic mode of a computer model versus an ensemble mode of a computer model. And I have a great example for you here of how they work. All right, Valerie Daggett already has her weather nerd glasses on. Here we go. Like to see a picture of those weather nerd glasses across the area. So when I show you the European model's surface weather pattern, most often it's the deterministic mode. And what the deterministic mode is it's the best set of equations they've figured out on average for the model run. So it's one solution. Like let's say you came home and there was a bunch of cookies scattered all over the floor in your house, and you had 4 or 5 kids over. You'd pull each one aside and say, "Hey, what happened here?" And you'd get one story. Then you'd pull the next kid aside. You'd get another story and another story and another story, and so on. I'm looking for my phone charger. I don't have it. My phone might die on me, so I might not be able to take questions. And you get 5 different stories. And then you say, which kid do I believe the most? And that would be how you determine that what happened. Deterministic mode is that one best solution that we typically use, but it has some pitfalls. That mode of the European is showing a cutoff low pressure system forming over Michigan, Ohio, Ontario, Sunday, Monday, early Tuesday. We know that mode of the model is usually closes these storms off and usually takes too long to move them out. But the U.S. deterministic model, mode of the deterministic model that we use, also says that same thing. Then we're going to look at the precip off of the deterministic mode and off of the ensemble mode. So here we go. So this is the European deterministic mode, and what we notice is that we're dry. Okay, we're dry and we're into Saturday now, and we might get a shower Saturday night. Now we're into Sunday afternoon, and now both models, this is the European, show this storm forming to our south in Ohio and then kind of shifting back northward. That's Monday afternoon into Monday night. So what this model is saying is that Monday could be showery, and something like that would be a good coverage and would be a good to great rain. Now, this is where this model may have a pitfall, is that by Tuesday afternoon, it's still circulating around the Great Lakes, which is kind of slow for this time of the year, but it's been this blocky pattern that we've had, and it is certainly possible. And then we look out to next Thursday, and you can already see another storm system starting to come from the west. Okay, this is the U.S. model in the deterministic mode. Its pitfall is that it moves things too quickly. This is Sunday night. This is Monday morning. This is Monday morning into afternoon. Same scenario almost, with a good rain over lower Michigan. Now, somebody asked about golfing in northern Michigan on the weekend. Right now, northern Michigan looks like it might miss out on this. And then we go to Tuesday morning, and this model, its pitfall is it moves things too quickly, and it has the rainfall out of the area by early on Tuesday. Okay, now you know what the deterministic mode is. That's the one solution we just looked at. So remember, that solution showed that low pressure center coming, circling around Michigan for a couple of days, and then off to the east on the European. So the deterministic total precipitation is going to be fairly heavy. Now, then we'll look at the ensemble mode of the precipitation, and that probably gives us a better feel for what we can expect. So here's the deterministic mode. You remember what that model did. It had stuff hanging around. So obviously we don't get any precip until we get into late in the weekend, and then it circulates the storm system around. And it says, an inch almost all the way up to Traverse City. It says 2 inches in Grand Rapids. It says 3 inches in the southwest corner, based on where it circulates that upper level low pressure center. Man, these words are hard. Deterministic mode. Hey, who's got their weather nerd glasses on? Because we're getting into it right now. Now, this is the ensemble mode of that same model. So much different precipitation signature because it's averaging 31 different solutions. But I like this better because if that low is off to the south and east, it means the southeast half of Michigan gets most of the rainfall, and not up to the 3 inches, but you see a lot of 1 to 1.5s, and you see the half-inch making it all the way up to Traverse City, and then lighter in the UP. So point being is, we got something to watch finally for the next several days and see how it all comes together. Uh-oh, I lost just a second. I think this happens when maybe my internet drops out once in a while. That's why I lose it some. Okay, and one last thing I want to leave you with is the temperature forecast. So here we go. Let's call it 70 to 75 on the east side of the state today, and 75 to 80 on the west side. And same deal for tomorrow, because the northeast wind is going to be pretty common. Okay. Vern Fondren, Wellston weather Saturday and Sunday. Saturday looks dry. Sunday could have showers, could be late, could be a really nice weekend. Probably temperatures in the 70s. We'll get to that in just a second. This is Thursday, 75 to 80. This is Friday, 75 to 80. This is Saturday, warm in the south and maybe a little cooler in the north if there's some cloudiness. This is Sunday, cooler if that storm system starts to develop the cloudiness. And of course, Monday, if you had showers around, a lot of times, even in the summer, you'll hang in the 60s with showers. And then Tuesday back to the low 70s, Wednesday upper 70s, and then next Thursday maybe starting to feel like midsummer once again. So the point here is, on temperatures, our 90-degree plus readings are done for a week to 10 days at least. Rainfall, possibly Sunday, hopefully. I wouldn't say likely yet for Sunday night and Monday, but if this trend continues into Thursday, then I would say likely in places. And so there you go. Breaking down the dry pattern and enjoying some fine, mighty fine summer weather in between. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Sorry, you could take your weather nerd glasses off now and go about your day. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me. Have yourselves a great day.